Yeah, well, yeah, they got the snowmobiles for it there.
It looks fun.
It does look fun.
Snowmobiling is fun.
Snow? No snow in our forecast here, right?
I mean, we might have a couple of flurries this morning, but nothing like we saw, like, what was it, beginning of last week? I know all the days are running together, but
nothing like Eagle River.
gosh,
Nothing
no,
like Eagle River.
Not yet, dun dun dun, as we take a look at the weather outlook. But no, this morning we could get a little taste of winter. You probably have noticed as you step out the door, it's really cold. It's just got that, like, chill, and you can almost smell the snow in the air, even though we really don't have a lot of snow that's flying. But we do have some winter colors here on our live radar this morning, so I want to walk you through everything and let you know, because as you're heading out the door to get the kids to school or for your commute, you might be definitely dealing with some of this as this thing starts to fill in for us. Now, as we take a look at the live radar about 10 minutes before 6, you can start to see a little bit of a transition here as we're getting over into these pinks. I've been checking some of the local observations. It doesn't look like we have actually any winter precip coming down just yet. So sometimes we see this reflection just because there's a lot of moisture that's in the atmosphere. But nonetheless, it is going to be moving in all of this rain. And here's the problem, though. We have temperatures that are getting below that freezing mark. So that could add that little bit of layer in the atmosphere where those raindrops, as they come down from the sky, freeze. And especially when they hit contact with the ground, we could see some freezing rain this morning. That's why we do have a winter weather advisory that's out there. Not for everybody this morning, but this is now including Newark and parts of Knox County, down into Licking County, and even into Fairfield County. Everyone else, though, we still could see some wintry mix this morning. This is just where it's most likely where those temperatures are going to be at that freezing mark or below. So the 7-day forecast shows this is it for the cold weather, though. So if we can get through today, we start to warm back up a little bit more seasonable by the weekend. So there is that warm light at the end of the tunnel. But right now we are dealing this morning with that threat for rain in a wintry mix. But by this afternoon, I can tell you this is all going to be back over to be rain. The problem is we do have our morning commute to still get through, so this could make things a little bit slippery in some spots. Because as we look at the hour-by-hour forecast, again, you can see a lot of this pink on here. So what it looks like is we would see that transition to just a little bit of freezing rain for a short window. Unfortunately, though, because the ground temperatures are dropping as well, that could add a little bit of a icy glaze to sidewalks, especially to bridges and overpasses and to the roads. Although as long as those cars are out there, that'll help keep those roads a little bit on the warmer side. However, you can see how fast things switch back over to rain. So it's really that short window, I would say, between 6 and 9 o'clock. We could see that little bit of a light glaze before the rain comes in. And then, of course, if there is any type of wintry precip, that's going to get it out of here. And we are looking at the potential for some ponding of water as we go into the day today. So you might have some puddles for the kids to jump in when they get home. You know, those little ones love to do that in their rain boots. But as we go into the afternoon, though, you can see we could have some moderate to heavy rain at times. And again, this could lead to some issues on the roads for your commute home. But once we get through tonight, again, here's 8 o'clock. You can see things clear up overnight, and we have a much quieter day for us tomorrow. But today, the main story is going to be the rain. And in the next several hours especially, just keeping an eye out, especially if you parked your car outdoors. I would just check the windshields first, make sure it's not a little bit of an icy glaze. You need to give your car some time to warm it up. But I do want to look ahead really quickly at Buckeyes forecast. We do have the last home game on Saturday. You can see the weather's looking pretty good for that once we get into the afternoon, but for the morning we might have a little bit of rain to deal with. But I do want to take you to the 7-day right now, and I do want to focus in on that because you can see tomorrow it's significantly different. It'll be a little bit warmer and much drier. And then as we head toward the weekend, we do see those temperatures go up significantly. Next good chance of rain would start up Thursday night into Friday. Friday is looking like a rainy day, but because those temperatures are staying above freezing, we would be looking at rain versus anything else. Looking ahead to the weekend, we are seasonable, but we could have a few patchy showers and storms here and there.